Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first entry, the first episode of Patio PolitiCz. I'm one of your hosts. You know what I'm saying? 1/3 the Patio PolitiCz, J5TH, your friendly neighborhood man. We locked in and loaded, man. This is the first episode of many to come, man. We're not going to tell y'all the date. It's 2021. We getting close to ending the year. We bringing heat to the winter, and it's about to be a dope-ass episode, man. So y'all stay tuned, stay live. The topic we're going to be talking about is generational curses and verses, and we got a dope guest, but we're going to bring that individual on right after the theme. Let's get it.
We hope you stay a while, cause it's Ryda for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's Ryda for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like, yeah. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. I said it's Ryda for life. Come in with the shows that you like. We trying to be the best on the mic. DJ playing cuts that you like, yeah. It could be the start of your day, or maybe just the end of your night. But if you're rockin' with us, Patio PolitiCz is gonna do you right. Oh, cause it's Ryda for life. Trying to be part of your life, yeah. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's Ryda for life. Oh, trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. We hope you stay a while.
Without further ado, man, I'd like to introduce a very live and special guest who's in the compound chilling with us. The incredible, multi-talented South Central's own Jasmine Denise in this motherfucker, man. What's up?
What's the deal? How you doing?
Man, I'm chilling. How you doing?
I'm feeling good. Excited to be here.
Okay, why are you excited to be here?
Because I'm ready to politic.
Okay. Let's get into it. So, Jasmine Denise, actress, makeup tactician, you know what I'm saying? You can sing as well, you write. What is it that you don't do, Jasmine? Don't get quiet.
What is it that I don't do? It's something that I can't do. I don't swim. For one.
Shit, you ain't the only one. I don't swim.
Yeah, I'm not diving into
the fishes. You ain't no fish, right?
Nah, not at all.
So leave that to the fishes.
Honestly, I probably can do anything I set my mind to. Like, I'm self-taught with a lot of stuff, so
Okay.
Anything I set my mind to, I believe I can do it. So.
Okay. So, born and raised from South Central Los Angeles. And what year were you born?
91. I'm a 90s baby.
Okay, yeah. Years of crack. crack baby.
I don't know about I know about all that.
Nah, the 90s was popping.
Yeah,
90s. So being born and raised in South Central, what side of the 110 you from? East, west?
West.
West? Okay,
yes.
Okay. What high school?
Washington High.
Washington, you went there all your years?
All 4 years.
Okay. You know they specialize in theater. They're real.
They got a dope theater. Like.
So, yeah, I know. I went there in the 9th grade, unfortunately.
Okay, so you from the west side.
Yeah. No, I'm not. So, being that's a school, did you go to school initially for it coming out of middle school? Was you like, okay, since this is a school that specializes in theater art, did you go to Washington because of that or no?
No, that was my home school.
Oh, okay, so you just...
So, yeah.
Kind of like by default?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
If you had to choose out of the schools in South Central, coming from what middle school you went to?
Bret Hart Middle School.
Badass kids. So coming out of Bret Hart, if you had to choose a high school to go to, what high school would it have been if you had that choice to choose?
It would have been Locke.
Locke? Okay.
Yeah.
West Side girl going to an East Side school. I don't know if that would have worked out for you, but, thank God you ended up going to your home school.
Washington was cool, though. Washington was cool. And I say Locke because a lot of my friends, that was their homeschool, Locke, that went to Bret Hart. And then, some people homeschool was Washington. But majority, of course, Locke.
Okay.
You know, but I guess everybody just like Washington.
So again, being that you're an actress, or I'm gonna just say entertainer. When people have more than one gift in this particular industry, I don't like just putting them under the title of one specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just say entertainer because you specialize in the world of entertainment.
Yeah.
But going to Washington, did you join any theater club? Was you in any drama classes? Anything of that nature to kind of prep you and prime you to do the acting, or no?
No, not at all. I never even thought about acting in high school, middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Acting was not on my mind.
So what was on your mind besides boys?
Besides the guys, doing hair.
Mm-hmm.
That was my thing. That was my hustle. Okay. So doing hair, and I played volleyball in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty much it. I was into the drill team stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but really didn't get the support in that area. But
okay, you said you played volleyball. Now, was you good or was you trash?
I was great.
Did you start or was you on the bench?
I was starting.
What position? 5, 4.
I was
3,
a starter, and I was
2.
a setter.
A setter?
Yes. Do you even know what a setter is? I don't think you watch volleyball, so you don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Because you probably ain't seen too many black women play volleyball.
A setter sounds like somebody who has the least amount of responsibility on a volleyball.
No, because the setter, it all depends on the person who's hitting that ball on the other team. You have to set that ball right. And I started.
Have you ever scored?
Yes, and I was a hitter too, so I was
scored?
A server. I scored.
Okay, all right. I'm just asking.
I scored.
Ain't no line on the patio.
Nah, definitely not. Oh, I scored.
Tell the truth. Shame
this right hand,
Okay. So, volleyball drill team, and you didn't get into the acting there, but you said you did hair. So was you dope, or was you just?
I was dope. That was my hustle.
You was braiding, putting in weaves, or what was you doing?
I was braiding the weaves. Was
you doing
everything.
a Marion braids, or was you doing Jim Jones braids, where they still frizzy? And which braids
Jim
was doing
Jones,
that?
he brushes his after he get it done. But no, I was doing no Marion braids.
How much was you charging?
The R. Kelly braids. I was doing all that.
How much was you charging?
For guys, I was charging like $25.
25?
Yes.
In high school?
Yes. What they charge now? I'm like, I probably should have just stuck with freaking doing hair.
25 was you
I'm talking about
and washing?
No, I wasn't doing that.
Oh man,
no,
come on, man, I gotta dock you good $10.
Nah,
you charged in high school to $25.
$25. That is a good price. And you talking about even individuals? I was charging $50 to $60, depending on how small it was. $70, but
well, your individuals that pricing is good. But you talking about? Come on, man, what was you doing to that? Yeah, at school, classroom?
No, I was doing it at home.
Quiet, where?
I was doing it at home in the living room.
How long did it take you to just braid, like, just say 6 cool braids? If I'm in high school with you, I'll say...
It'll probably take me like 30 minutes.
So I'll say,
to an hour.
Man, I got 25. I got a football game. I need my hair braided at lunch. Lunch is 45 minutes.
Oh, you gonna get your
Washington.
hair braided. And if you be like, oh, I'm on designs and all that stuff, I'm like, you ain't got time for all that. But I'm gonna give you a little something that's gonna be nice, and you gonna like it.
Okay.
You're gonna be at that game, and you're gonna be looking fly. Okay. But in middle school, elementary, I started doing hair. Like, my mom used to do my hair, but she used to be pulling my hair too tight. So I started with the twist in my hair, and then after the twisting, I started braiding.
You said your mom?
Yes.
What's her first name?
Sherry.
You said she sound like she pulled hair. Like, it's tight. Like, come on, man.
She from the east side. She from your side.
She ain't from my side. I don't know her. She ain't braided my hair, so I don't know her.
Did you even have hair then?
Nah, I didn't have it. But so you said, now, was you braiding by passion or was you braiding by hustle? Like,
no, that was I love braiding hair. That was something, because I used to have my doll head. I used to have my little dancing Debbie when I was little. And I literally be braiding the hair.
Okay.
Parting, braiding, and all that. And I was braiding my sister hair, and I was braiding my mama hair, my aunties, my cousins, my uncles. I was doing all that.
Okay, so coming out of Washington, why you didn't like join a academy or club like Marinello, where they specialize in doing hair and cosmetics? Why you didn't do that?
Coming out of high school, I wanted to go to school to be a pediatrician. So I was just like, okay, I can always still do hair, but I was like, okay, I don't have to get a license for it. And, and I was so focused on going to school and everything. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just go to Cal State and be a pediatrician. But after that, it was just like, nah.
So the whole pediatrician joint right now, I'm glad because that centers around to the topic of this particular first episode. You know what I'm saying? Generational curses and verses. And it's a very pivotal title centered around that. That's why I'm glad you said that about the pediatrician and different things, because I want to touch on generational curses that are relevant to that whole thing. Right. But it says the verses because not only is it referencing because you're a spiritual woman, right?
Yes.
You look like you used to be a won't do it.
I did. I was a won't do it. Amen. Hallelujah. Yes.
Right, what's your favorite scripture? If you don't
Psalms,
know, yeah.
No, it's Psalms 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the path of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and his law he shall meditate day and night.
Oh, look at that. No, we gonna get you when he do it. Look at that. No.
I got a couple of great scriptures, but yeah.
So when I say the verses part, I'm not just talking about verses that are precepts. I'm talking about verses like Jasmine Denise versus Jasmine Patterson, Jasmine versus generational curses. That's so when I say generational curses and verses, it's not only talking about precepts, but it's talking about you versing the battle.
Oh.
The external and internal battle. So back to the pediatrician thing, you said that's what you initially wanted to do coming out of high school, right?
Yes.
What happened? Like, did you have a passion for doing pediatrician stuff? Did you always want to be a nurse or a doctor? Or is it just something like that's what everybody else is doing, or it's a trend? Because I remember it was one trend in South Central. Everybody and their mama wanted to be goddamn pediatricians and childcare providers. Everybody had a damn daycare, man.
That's crazy.
Everybody had a daycare with no license, man. Go ahead.
Well, I wanted to be a pediatrician because back then, I used to be working at like youth activity leagues and like for my youth jobs that I had. So I was just like, okay, I can work with kids and, be a pediatrician, and me going to the doctor and seeing how the pediatricians would be and everything. So I'm like, okay. And got to school, and it was just like a whole 360 where it's like, nah, I'm not trying to stay in school this long to do that.
But that's dedication.
That is dedication. But that wasn't really where my heart was. So that was cut short. And then end up going to school for Pan-African Studies and criminal justice. So I was minoring in criminal justice. So I was taking classes for that. And it was at one point when I left Cal State LA and I went to Harbor City College to take the classes because for one, they're cheaper and everything versus a Cal State LA. And just started doing my major for Pan-African Studies, and that was kind of like a waste too because that wasn't my passion. That's not where my heart was.
Well, let's not call it a waste because with everything,
knowledge.
Yeah,
I got a lot of I gained a lot of knowledge from that.
Yeah, whether it was in what are expert in or whatever your career choice is, it still was knowledge that you gained.
Yeah, a lot.
So we don't want to call it a waste. You did gain something.
Yeah, I gained knowledge for sure, and it woke me up. So I can't even say you're right. I can't even say that's a waste because with the whole Pan-African Studies, it was a lot of stuff that I was never even taught about in high school at all. So it was topics, it was authors, it was people that I never even heard of, and I'm like, who is this person? Who is W.E. Du Bois? Like who is this and that? And
these are things they didn't teach
Angela
you in
Davis.
Washington.
No, they didn't teach us nothing nothing in high school about about the Black Panther parties and and all that stuff. So it was a lot that I learned in like the scramble from Africa and all that stuff, like the diaspora of Africa and all that stuff. I learned all that in college.
And at this point, what age are you?
I'm 18? 18, 19.
Okay.
So I'm not knowing any of that. I graduated high school when I was 17. So, yeah, I didn't know any of that until I got there. So, I can't even say it was a waste because it woke me up a lot.
Yeah.
And
that, that's fascinating being from South Central because I understand. Did you know who YG was?
No.
I'm talking about.
Hold on.
YG,
not
the politician.
Yeah, I knew who he was.
The rapper.
Yeah, I knew who he was.
Did you know who Nipsey Hussle was?
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy how our young brothers and sisters come out of the trenches. We know of all these unsung heroes who are into the game main life, but we don't know who W.E.B. Du Bois is. We don't know who Frederick Douglass is. We know Christopher Columbus, bitch ass. We know all these things that we shouldn't know, but once we get to college, and that ties to the topic of generational curses. Let's touch on the first thing that some of you said that kind of highlighted that. When you hear generational curses, that phrase, what do you think of?
I think of things that was done in the past by our parents, parents, and it lingers on to the unborn seeds and to the children. When I think of generational curses.
Okay. And I want to highlight that because you said about being a pediatrician. I look at the pattern of how you was into the hair stuff, but you didn't want to do that. Pediatrician, didn't want to do that, then change. So would you call that maybe a generational curse?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would call that a generational curse.
Now, but of what though? What category would you
I would say it was a generational curse. For the simple fact of my mom, she went to school for the nursing stuff and didn't do that. Then you talking about working at a fast food restaurant, stopped doing that. Was there for years, but then stopped doing that. Driving bus. It's just job after job or and things like that. So it's just with me, okay, I'm great at braiding hair. That could have been everything. Yeah. I probably would have had a business right about now if I would have stuck with it. Real talk. Then you're talking about going to school for being a pediatrician, got a major in biology, and then after that, it's okay, I'm gonna do criminal justice, and because I was into the whole Criminal Minds, the CSI, the First 48, all that stuff. I was into that. So I was I could have took that. And then you're talking about now to what I'm doing. Yeah. Well, skip that. Before that, working a 9 to 5, going to school, working, then leaving there, going to the post office. It was just that was a generational curse. Yeah, where it seemed like nothing was really concrete. Exactly.
And I think oftentimes with us as people, whenever we have these dreams and admirations and wanting to be things and do certain things, at the same time, you look at the top of the hill, you say, there go that degree or there go that accolade up there, but you look at how many people done fell down the fucking cliff on the way up, and you say, nah, I ain't doing that. That's too much for me. Right. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? That's a generational curse with everybody. But I just look at the fact. So when did you discover about the acting?
The acting, that was in 2013.
Now did
2013. When I was younger, I used to be in the living room, it may sound weird to people, but I'd just be in there talking to myself in the mirror, because at my house we had a whole bunch of mirrors in the living room. So I just go in there and I just be talking to myself or making myself cry and doing all that stuff, and But in 2013 is when the acting happened.
Now, why would you say it's weird to do that? What makes it weird?
Because if somebody walking on you you doing all that, they don't know what you're doing, so they what the heck, you crazy. But no, that was just something I was just used to doing. I was accustomed to doing that. I don't know, I can say probably it was a form of therapy.
And it felt good.
And it felt good doing that.
Felt good,
I didn't know why I was doing it, but I was doing it, if that makes any sense.
The Most High was setting you up for your calling. So that was my next question. Were you called to it, or basically, did you choose acting or acting chose you?
I would say acting chose me, and I chose acting. When I first tried out the acting, I got a flyer from a friend, and I was like, nah, it was for a stage play. And I'm like, nah, I don't know, you know. I don't think I could do it. I went, you know, and then the next day I got a call, like I got the role. And from then, I've been doing acting ever since.
Now, are you for real actress, or you just like, you just do this shit to pass time?
No, I'm a for real actress.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Your top 5 movies right now.
Face Off, Loving Basketball, Set It Off.
That's every sister movie. Off the list.
Set It Off, Waited to Exhale. Hold on, no, you gotta add that.
I'm not adding Loving Basketball.
No, you gotta add my movie.
Okay.
You gotta add my movie. And the next one would be Love Jones.
Love Jones.
Yes.
Okay. So name who's your top 3 actresses?
Viola Davis, Angela Bassett, and it have to be actresses.
Yeah. That's in your career field.
And I would say Octavia Spencer.
Yeah, she's dope.
Because I feel like she's very underrated.
Yeah.
Like, she's dope. Like, she's a dope actress. And I like her.
So where's your name going to fall in that category? When we looking up the next 20 years from now, when somebody... Are you going to be somebody's top 3, top 5?
Oh, yes. I am.
Because we know you're not going to be there in volleyball. So you're going to be somebody's top 3
Don't. It's
5
like, do you have something against volleyball, man? Like, I think you got a beef with volleyball.
Nah,
Like,
no, but I'm serious, though. So do you see yourself, like 10 to 20 years from now, do you see yourself being somebody's top 3 and 5 actresses?
absolutely. I feel like with me, I'm definitely gonna be inspiring to others. Like, how I look at them 3 ladies, people are gonna look at me like that. Like,
but what's gonna make you different? I'm watching a movie with Jasmine Denise in it. What's gonna move me as a black middle-aged individual that's like watching this movie? You know, Angela, she was moving people. She played Tina.
yeah.
She moved people. Like, I moved her across that floor after punching. It was real.
Wow,
man.
yeah.
You know, Viola,
It was a dope movie too.
Viola, she moves people. You know what I'm saying? You look at all the movies she's been in. She moves people, man.
Yes.
You look at Octavia Spencer. She moves people from the comedy aspect to the drama. So if I'm watching a movie with Jasmine Denise headlining and starring in it, what's gonna draw me to it?
My spirit, the anointings that I have over me.
Shit, what if all of them got anointings over them?
Yeah.
Everybody want to do it nowadays.
It's only a few are chosen. So, you know, I would say like my spirit and just my authenticity and being very unique and different.
But what makes you different and unique from them?
I would say just my style of acting. Of course, they could play different roles and stuff too, but I feel like I can tap into anything.
Okay, because you know that ties back to the topic at hand. Generational curses. A lot of our great female actresses, they start blossoming around early to mid 40s. That's when they kind of take off. And in their 40s, they're playing these roles, but they're supposed to be 19, 20 18. You look at Gabrielle Union, she was like mid to late 30s playing Bring It On. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You look at Taraji, she's in her 40s playing, she started blowing up then.
Yeah.
So how could that generational curse be broken to where you look up, you ain't got to say your age, but I'm saying where you look up and you're not carrying on that same mantra to where it's like, damn, I'm 45, 46. You know, finally playing somebody's housewife or something, now I'm blowing up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
How are you going to break that stigma or that generational curse?
Winning now. Winning now. You know I'm capable of playing like the roles like them. Like, that's one thing, the black don't crack. So yeah, they can play those type of roles and everything. And that's the beautiful thing about, you know, being black. And these women, they can play these type of roles because, for one, you got some of them, they look completely young. You know, so it's just all about, you know, getting the ones that's young, getting them out there now You know, because I'm not going to wait until I'm 40 to where people be like, I know her. I know her. It's like, no, I'm making known now.
Because, you know, like every time a person or you attempt to break generational curses, adversity comes with it. Are you ready for that adversity?
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Usually
that it takes that one to do it, but that one, it comes with a lot of sacrifice.
Yep.
It comes with a lot of backlash. It comes with a lot of things. Are you ready for that, you know, to come in breaking that?
Absolutely. I am ready for it too, because at the end of the day, I feel like the trials and tribulations is going to make you stronger. So I'm willing to whatever backlash, whatever, you know, I'm willing to sacrifice it, and I'm willing to, you know, I'm ready for it. Okay. It's going to come. If I fall, but I'm going to get my ass right back up at the end of the day.
So this ain't going to be like volleyball. How long would you play?
I was playing volleyball for 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah. What you was playing?
I played football and basketball.
On the bench?
Yeah, I was on the bench. But no, you know, the people that be on the bench get the most knowledge. You get to see the game front and center. You see more than the people seeing on the floor.
Oh, I know.
You feel what I'm saying?
Because they got to call you from the bench. I've been on the bench where they like, oh, Jasmine, get up there. Oh, I know.
But I didn't stay on there. It's a good
you know, you stayed.
Getting caught off there.
You stayed, you know. Maybe you was the water boy and you thought you was on the bench for football.
So nah. But I'm just making sure, because a lot of our sisters, man, from South Central are extremely talented and gifted, but they don't have that push to persevere, to push through, to really do their talents. They be good in hair. They be good in acting. We got some talented rappers. We got some talented singers. But because of whatever aura is over our city, nothing really comes out of it but daycare providers, RNs, you know, post office workers.
Yeah.
You got a shitload of talent in that post office. You can start a record label on that motherfucker. But it's like all that's
Real
there
talk.
because of what type of generational curse? Now, do you think it's because of not having the push? You think it's because their parents don't push them? You think because they see people on TV and believe that dream is too far-fetched and nah, that's possible for them, but it ain't possible for me? Because it's a lot of real stuff that goes down in the city that a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah.
A lot of things you got to face. Now, growing up, did you come out of a broken home? What was your support like?
I didn't have like the support, like, you know, my mom and my stepdad and everything. And when my mom married my stepdad, because we were staying in Paramount during the time, and then moved to the West Side and everything. And, you know, anything that I wanted to do, it was more so me being my own push, you know. So I feel like, coming from South Central LA, you don't have that push from, you know, your family like that. Like, a lot of times we are our own push. Yeah. You know, so we often get discouraged, or you have the ones that's like, you know what, by all means, I'm going to still keep pressing forward, and I'm going to do what I believe in my heart that, you know, it's right for me to do. You know, and I feel like a lot of talent is in LA. Yeah. But we're not given that chance because either we get discouraged because our family don't believe in us. And even with me, I didn't have that push from my family. Anything that I wanted to do, when I went to Barbizon, when I started modeling, nobody was like, oh, I'm gonna help you with your first photo shoot, or you know, I was like always my own push. So, you know, when you always writing solo, you just depend only on yourself and nobody else.
Okay.
You know.
We'll be back. We're going to take a quick little break real quick, but we're going to be back to talk about Barbizon, was it?
Yes.
And then just your independence and you pushing yourself.
Okay.
All eyes on you.
All eyes are on me right now. Give me my money, motherfucker!
Graduated from college in 4 years.
As far as my acting career, it's been going pretty good.
Action!
Give it to me now, Daddy!
I get it. I get it, Queen. Thanks.
Especially an alley scene with you and that pimp.
Oh no, Big Daddy, please don't leave me. I won't do it again.
And cut! Stunt slap! Stunt slap! Just stand right here. All we need you to do is just say the lines and take the slap.
Slaps? Hold on, you said slap with an S. And what about continuity? I'm not even her complaint. Oh no, Big Daddy, please don't do it.
I seen your acting reel. It sucks.
I'm just creative.
Oh, okay, so that's what people call it nowadays when they're not good at shit? Nothing's changed. I'm still at Dick's. Still in Dr. Roper's class. Just a young woman chasing her dreams. It'll take a big sign from God to tell me I ain't no actress.
Back at it. Like crack addicts, man. Patio PolitiCz, live in the studio with Jasmine Denise.
What's the deal, yo?
Yes. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
You feeling great? I'm feeling greater, man. All praise due to the Most High. We live.
Say that.
Now we coming in, man. We just before we went on break, we was talking about just a few things, just your state of independence and generational curses, verses, all that, man. But I want to get into Barbizon. So tell me how did you find out about it? Like the entrance in it, all that. Like how did that come about? Or explain to them what Barbizon is and then go to that.
Okay, so Barbizon is pretty much just like an acting and modeling school and everything. They train you and teach you the tools, the ins and outs of like the modeling and the acting. Yes. And everything. So I found out about Barbizon online. I believe I had got an email and I was like, when I was younger, I was always into like taking the pictures and everything. And I was like, I really want to do it, and I ended up going and it was a certain amount of money. And I was like, I signed up and everything and they still wanted me. So they gave me a scholarship to go. So I didn't have to pay that much and everything. Yeah. So I paid that out of my own money. So I'm working a part-time job, going to school and everything. So I started going to Barbizon. Of course, back then I wasn't thinking like, okay, I wasn't getting the support like I feel like I should have, because okay, they there at the graduation of it, so that's cool. But the process of it is just like, nah, I was like doing everything by myself. And the only person I would say was my auntie Jackie. Once I was done with it after the graduation, she was like, it was like a final stages of Barbizon where we had to go somewhere downtown to this big old hotel and everything. And, agents was there and everything. And of course, when it comes down to that, me not really knowing like the industry like that, you had to put money down and stuff, and she was willing to pay. She like, let me call your uncle and see if he this and that. Like she took me down there. And mind you, my auntie, she in a wheelchair, and she still like, you can do it, Jasmine. She's like, I know, let me call your uncle and all that stuff. It didn't end up working out, but it was still cool because after that I booked my own photo shoot and everything. And from there, I just was like literally like my own push. I was my makeup artist, my hairstylist, my stylist. I was literally everything when it came down to that. Okay, so let's talk about it. Shout out to Auntie Jackie for doing that for you. I always talk about how people have supernatural gifts from God, and even though so she wasn't able to walk. However, she was still, rest in peace. However, she still walked you through that process. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Supernaturally. So let's talk about it, because when you say support, a lot of people, well, how did I support you and all this? What do you mean you didn't get the support? Like, elaborate on it, or what type of support would you have desired? I didn't, like a better word. I didn't get I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm gonna be there every step of the way. You can do it. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna do this. I'm looking. I'm gonna do research and see if we can find. People equate support with money. It has nothing to do with that. Listening to my vision, listening to my ideas. That's the support and everything, and saying like, man, like you, I believe in you. I know you can do it. Yeah. Wasn't having nobody tell me I believe in you, I know you could do it. Besides, man, your photos are really, it's because I did it. I did it, and I had the vision for it. Yeah. Like, you get what I'm saying? So going forward, how does that generational curse breaks? Because I know there's somebody too that's listening right now that might be in the same situation as you. How do you break it, or how do you prevent them? They might have a child, and how can I support better? How can I do this and that? Where the child is being like reluctant of telling them what that support may be. How can you
What do you think? How do you break that generational curse?
Talking to your kids, finding out what their interest is, and really pushing them to do it. Not telling them like, oh, like I don't know if you can do that, or maybe try it some other time and stuff. It's like, no, encourage your child, talk to them, and be like, okay, if your child like to cook. And they young kid, okay, let's find a little cooking class. It could be a daddy daughter, mommy daughter, or whatever the case may be, type of thing. You know, that's the type of support. And in order to break that generational curse, it's like, just remember what was done to you when you were younger, and how you felt as a youngin, as a teen, and even as an adult. And when you get your seed, just know everything that you didn't get, you give to them. Exactly. Plus more.
Exactly.
You know.
And I think the problem with our people is we don't know how to support because of what was passed down to us from our parents.
Yes.
What was passed down from their parents. You know, it gets really, 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 really deep, you know, when you talk about generational curses, because it becomes one thing of fighting one thing, like it may just be support, but you fighting a bigger demon and a bigger beast than just that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because with them generational curses, when you attempt to be that one to break the curse, all the bullshit starts to come and try to knock you off balance. And I say try on purpose, because if you're strong enough to fight through it, that's all it could do.
Man,
is try. You feel what I'm saying?
You saying it? I know that.
Yeah, I'm saying it, but you
but
know,
no,
God
but
willing, you gonna do it.
No, that is true, because when it comes down to generational curses, and saying, for instance, like, you know, a lot of people be like, I don't want to be like this parent, or I don't want to be like this and that, and it's like you say it so much, but and you're saying it out loud. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? You're saying it out to the you know, you're saying it out to the universe. So when you say, I don't want to be like this, I don't want to be like this parent or this parent, yada yada this, the enemy is looking at that like, oh, okay. I know this is what you hate so much, or what you dislike. Yeah. You know? And I'm gonna make you more and more like it. I'm gonna make you more and more like it. And I fight so much, you know, every day to not even speak it no more, but just to, you know, walk that walk instead of talking it. Exactly. You know, because those generational curses is no joke, and our parents don't look at it as, they say, oh, it's the generational curses, but they don't look at it like, you are the generational. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? You are the curse.
The curse, motherfucker.
You know? So in order for you to, and it's like, how do we break the curse? It starts with you. It starts with you admitting. It starts with you admitting. That's the main thing. Admitting it. And working towards fixing it. Yeah. So it won't get passed down to your kids. And it's like, your kids didn't ask for that. You know, if I knew it was gonna be like that, it would have been like, man, don't have me. Yeah. Like, you know. And that's why I said it just becomes a bigger beast when you got lack of support, generational curse, non-credibility, generational curse. You know, selfishness, generational curse. All these things are like that, man. So I do salute you for, you know, it's an everyday battle. You know, I understand that it's an everyday battle, and the fact that you're still here, though, that's the blessing within itself. The fact that you're still here, you made it through Barbizon and all that. So let me get this right: before Barbizon, you wasn't considering acting or nothing like that. No.
Wow. Okay.
Not at all. I went to Barbizon for the modeling. I didn't even do the acting part. I just went for the modeling.
So why not the modeling? What stopped you from really pursuing that, going overseas, print model adding? Like,
the lack of support, like, because
you got some great pictures.
Man, like, I got a lot of photos, had ideas and everything. It was just
I know some people that did some things with your photos, man. I'm gonna just leave it there. All right. So you got some that beach one. The beach one, that saran wrap.
Yeah, I got some freaks, man. All my idea, you know, just, you know, I've always been the type, like how you mentioned the saran wrap. I had the vision. It was in my head. And I just went. And I didn't know how it was going to turn out. And it turned out how it turned out.
So if I'm a photographer, right? I seen a picture. And I'm like, you come with me saying you want to do the saran wrap. Like, no, because this is going to help a lot of young photographers who may want to do that type of stuff. And a creative like yourself will come to them and say, I got this idea, where it's nude, because you didn't have nothing on, right?
No, I was nude.
And the cameraman was professional, right?
Yes, completely professional.
No hard on nothing.
No, nothing.
How do you know?
Well, I wasn't right there, so you know what I'm saying. But nah, because I had my I ended up having a makeup artist come, Amber. Amber, she did my makeup, and I did my hair, and my cousin Quest, she helped wrap me.
Oh, so was a photographer a guy or girl?
It was a guy.
Okay, cool.
And I've seen his work
prior to me
even working with him.
Now, did he do that type of work?
Yes, he did the nude.
Okay.
He did nude. He did all.
Okay.
He did a lot.
Okay,
he
so
did
it was already
fashion.
it was already on his resume.
It was already on his resume and everything.
Now, was this your first time shooting like that?
That was my very first time.
Did you? Okay, now being that it's your first time, were you? Of course, you were nervous.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, did you make him feel awkward?
No. I'm like, come on, rap me. Let's get it done.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know, I wasn't like, oh yeah, of course. I think any woman would be. Well, if you got the baddest body, I don't know. But me, I was just still a little like, okay, my body. Okay, let me see, you know, how everything worked out. But I went in there and, you know, I had the confidence. So that's why when people see that photo, it's because I went in there, I had the vision and I had the confidence. When I go in there with something that's my vision and it's getting done, I'm like.
Now, say for example, right? No, just
why
listen.
every time when you
hear
when
me
you
out.
be like, say, you just already make me laugh because I'm like, you about to come with something, JT.
So I'm the photographer, and I'm like, all right, now you in the Saran wrap, right? What if I come to you as a photographer and say, what if I just undo it right here and then take the photo? What are you gonna tell me as a photographer? You got some freaks, man. I had a cousin, I ain't gonna say his name, that was a photographer. He told me some freaky ass stories.
Nah, I'm gonna be like, nah, you're not gonna interrupt my vision. It's okay for a photographer to give suggestions, but this particular photographer's
he just shot.
Yeah, he shot, and I paid. It wasn't for free. Okay. I paid my money. Still got my receipt. I still got my receipt.
You gotta be specific on this show, man, because when you say you paid,
I got my receipt. It's still on my PayPal.
Okay.
So
our receipt can be a Magnum wrap.
Nah, not at all.
I told you my cousin, man.
Professional. He told me. Hey, you got some, you know, that's probably like on some, you know, but no, I paid and I got my money's worth because it was.
Yeah, those some dope ass photos.
And I did more with him after that, so that wasn't even new. And after that, I did another nude, and I did with like a prom dress on, like so it was different ones that I did that wasn't just all nude.
And let me ask you, how come you never like actually look to submit those photos in print or whatever the case may be?
Honestly, I didn't even think of those. I was so focused on trying to get in Jet magazine. That was like my main thing, trying to get in Jet magazine. I was like, it was just something about Jet magazine where I'm like, I want to submit.
That's our culture.
Exactly. And I was like, magazine. I just want to get in Jet magazine and stuff like that. So I was working on, that stuff.
Did you ever submit it to Jet?
Did I? Nah, I never submitted because I was like, okay, I want to get a bathing suit type, because like on Jet, they mainly like
the Jet Beauty of the Week.
Bathing suits and stuff like that. So
yeah, and a lot of them, man, they was so fascinating. A lot of them went to become actresses.
Yeah.
As long as they didn't find my cousin, as long as he didn't take the picture.
Right. Stay away from JT's cousin.
Yeah. But no, so damn, Barbizon, the model stuff and all that. Just even looking at your social media as Jasmine Denise the brand, how come you don't post these pictures like you need to or whatever? I feel if you got dope pictures like that, they should be posted once or twice a week or something. You know what I'm saying? How come you don't post them? Just because it might, and then you said, let's talk about this, because at first you were heavier than what you.
Yes.
So talk about that whole transition.
So I had lost about 30 pounds. What made you do that besides the modeling? Niggas? No, it had nothing to do with the niggas. It had nothing to do with the niggas. Okay. So when it comes down to the modeling, it's more so of like the slimmer. The slim, not the slimmer, the skinny.
Yeah.
The bony. size and everything. And I used to watch like American Next Top Model and stuff like that. And Sakara, when she was on there, she was heavier, big bust.
Yeah.
You know,
voluptuous.
Beautiful though, and everything. So, and you're talking about being surrounded with a whole bunch of small women, like they make you seem like, oh, runway modeling, you gotta be this certain size and everything. During that time when I was doing Barbizon, so I was like, you know, I really want to pursue my modeling. So that's what transitioned me to, you know, to lose the weight. You know, change my diet, start working out, running stairs, got a gym membership, because I did have a gym membership before, but I was working and then getting off late and stuff like that. But when I really
but that's what I'm saying. Let's talk about it, because you lost weight when it wasn't a trend. Yeah. You get on social media now, everybody working out. Man. Everybody running the stairs. Everybody losing weight. Everybody want to be a fitness model. Man. So that's what I'm saying. Talk about that, like how you did that when it wasn't trendy to do that, which makes it more difficult.
Yeah, it took willpower. When I did that, it was like, like you said, the social media stuff, it was none of that was a trend. You had people, I lost weight and was like, right to the point where people like, I want to work out with you, and I'm like, you work out with me, I ain't playing. Like, you get what I'm saying? So you talking
lost 30
about
pounds? So what were the steps to do it? Like,
the steps was doing it was,
tell me, because I need to lose 30 pounds.
I'm still in the process of it too, so I got you. Yeah. But it was first just having that willpower and having your mindset that this is what you want to do.
Got you.
You know, and then after that was changing the way I ate.
So,
but it wasn't like,
were you a pig, or were you just eating unhealthy?
I was eating. It was mainly, I was like a chip person. Okay. I'm chips, hot chips. Like I was a chip person, and like candy.
So did you go vegan?
No, I didn't.
Did you fast? Like what?
I didn't fast. I started eating like fish, grilled food, and more plants, and really having like all the courses to the meal. Yeah. You know. Yeah. And I started working out harder. Okay. So I would do my gym membership. I had got Insanity. That helped a lot. And I had the Biggest Loser workout. So you talking about me doing that, the Biggest Loser on top of Insanity, and I'm going to the gym. I'm going to the Culver City stairs. Like I'm running. Like so it was just me working out like 5 days out of the week, and sometimes 2 days out, you know, out the day. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym in the morning, and then at home I'm gonna do this, or vice versa. So it was just really that willpower to being consistent. And it sucks. Well, I'm not even gonna say it sucks now, because back then when I lost that weight, it wasn't a trend. You know, and I had that willpower and that consistency, and getting that back now. Yes, as you know, I'm older, so you know, getting that back now is kind of like, you know, sometimes it'd be difficult because of what I do as far as the film. Like I was just going to school and just working in gym.
That's a lot within itself.
You know, so you know that was, you know, I'm going to gym. I ain't attempting
to work out if I'm trying
going
to get
school full time.
Yeah.
And you know, making sure I stay in shape and everything. And I had people come to the gym with me. They be like, I want to go. They be up in the morning. We at that gym. We getting it in. Yeah. You know, so yeah, it's crazy now because I see it's a lot of stuff that I see now. I'll be like, when I was on this, nobody was on this. Nobody was, you know. And if I would have documented my whole transition from when I lost weight, people would have been like, wow, like.
Because that's the whole thing. Like, what, you know how people got how they started that bullshit trend that's out now, how it's going. So was your how it started like you know what I'm saying? Or
nah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. Yeah, it wasn't that at all. It was more so like I would say like the body. You know how they like do the body fat. What percentage you have and stuff like that. Yeah. And then too, my bosoms. Yeah. I had big boobs. You talking about double D's.
Yeah, Big T McGee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, so I had big boobs and everything, and I'm telling you,
because
I'm
you
working
referenced
out.
Takara. That's what Takara had as a top model. She had real big.
I was just like her. You know, when I work out, I had to have like sometimes two bras on and stuff like that when I was working out. And then lost weight and got down to where I was like a B.
Now, what came with that after losing it? Because that's what I'm saying. When you look
maintaining
at no, I'm saying, listen, when you got the how it started, these women be almost 230, 240, and then how it's going, they down to at least 130, 120.
Yeah,
and you know they proportion outright. Now, different things come after that. When I was heavier, this is what I got. And when I lost weight, this is what came with the losing weight. Now, what came when you lost weight? The challenges wise or whatever? Like,
of course, before I did, guys was on me. Even after, guys was really on me, and that's what. So
when were they on you? Boosted. On you more, heavier, or when you lost weight?
It's like a 50-50.
Okay.
But mainly I say when I lost weight, because you talking about I got my photos, my modeling. So yeah, mainly when I lost weight.
So did you have any instances where it was like a Mike Jones effect where it's like, back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they all know me?
No, I was very naive to a lot of that. Like, I didn't pay attention to that. My ego was being boosted. I was like feeling myself.
But I'm saying, were there guys at the beginning when you were heavier that didn't want you, who you like?
Oh yeah.
That when you lost weight,
oh yeah,
now they running.
Mike Jones.
Oh okay,
yes.
Okay,
who?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, definitely that. You know, and that's what comes with it too. You know, and growing into the person I am now, it's just like, you know, things you should have did different, but it's a lesson learned. So it's like, you didn't like me this size when I liked it you, and you know.
But how could
I know that
so
now.
What message would you give to the young sisters right now that are going through that? Because you have a lot of kids in their adolescence right now that are dealing with that, where they're writing letters to dudes, they got crush on these assholes, and they feel like, man, because he don't like me, he like her that's 110 or 90 pounds, let me work to get that. Maybe he'll like me then. So what message you're gonna pass to these sisters to tell them, like, nah, if he didn't like you when you was fat, no offense, he can't like you when you slim or when you stack. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I would say fuck them. Like, if they didn't like you then, don't let them like you now. Because at the end of the day, if they didn't like you, just know, just because you liked it them and they didn't like you doesn't mean that somebody didn't like you. You know, so it's somebody out there that likes you, big, small, medium, whatever the case may be, they like you. So if a dude come and try to get on your jock when you know, when you lose the weight and stuff like that, it's just like, nah, don't even give him a chance. Don't even entertain that, even soul ties. Just, he doesn't even need to, or she doesn't even need to be in your presence. Male, female, you know.
You got some experience.
You know,
soul ties.
Yeah, for real. You know, I had that experience where it's like, when I was younger, I don't know, it's because it was the age gap, but it's like, you know, and I did some stupid stuff to where I'm like, man, I really should have thought then when I lost this weight. And it's like, you know, you start dealing with people, he is like, man, why'd I even take that dive? Like, it wasn't even worth it because you wasn't on me then. Like, I shouldn't even give you that. So it was just a lesson learned, though.
And that's why I feel, again, this ties back to the subject matter, generational curses. I feel this is why, if we have a mother and father in the black home, not only you hearing it from your father, because you know daughters, they hear from their father, they like, oh man, it's okay.
Whatever.
The nigga just hating on me. Versus them hearing it from mommy too, saying like, nah, baby, like, if he wasn't messing with you then, he don't deserve you now.
I didn't have that. I wish I did. I for sure wish I did have that, but I didn't have that. So it was like, with me, it was just like I learned along the way.
But who's to say you didn't go through that to be able to teach that?
Yeah, definitely. Now. To be, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
Heck yeah. Because trust me, I know now, and I wouldn't want nobody to do that to themselves or even have to go through that. They, you know.
Because you got girls that do that bulimia shit. They in there choking themselves.
Yeah.
Taking tummy tea and, you know.
Yeah.
They taking Herbalife, that bullshit.
Like, no, I did try it when I lost the weight. It wasn't because of the Herbalife. I did try like the protein shake and the meal replacement. I couldn't do the meal replacement, so I just used the protein shake that I had after that. After I finished that one protein shake, and I had the tea, But other than that, like, it boosts your metabolism. But other than that, I didn't touch nothing because I was just like, nah, this ain't making my body feel. The tea, I was like, the tea is good. Like, I'll be up 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I got my tea, my breakfast, I'm good. But all that other stuff, and it's like, I look at that like, if you have to take all them supplements in order to lose weight, like, that mean it's not good, because I see a lot of people who use that Herbalife stuff, and then you look and it's like a whole 360 where you like, God damn.
Well, because
because you starving yourself.
We know who created that, and he dumped.
Yeah, like
it's like they create certain shit and they dump it in the communities like Coke, and you got the people, our people who run to it, make it trendy, popular shit. And once it's trendy, because you see it on shit every day, I gotta get that.
Hell yeah.
I gotta get that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And I would say another.
I didn't see no Herbalife in Beverly Hills.
Oh shit.
Never heard of it.
You ain't. But I would say another thing to the young boys or girls that's out there, when you losing weight, our people in general, don't think like, oh, you gotta eat like a bird. Because my uncle used to be like, Jasmine, you eat like a bird, like, because there was certain things I stopped eating, like I stopped eating chips because I was a chip lover and everything. I did continue to drink, so I will warn myself on weekends. That's when I go in, but my workouts will be 10 times harder. Yep. So it's just all about moderations and that consistency.
So let me ask you this question: are you the size you want to be down? Like, if somebody see Jasmine Denise, like, boom, they Google you. Are you the size you are now? Or are you still, you like, okay, I still got some work to do, or nah, this is me right here? What is it like?
No, I still got some more work to do.
So what you doing now? Like, how much you feel you need to lose, or what, or that you desire to lose?
Man, since this whole pandemic, I'm like attempting to lose like 30 pounds.
So you going back?
Oh man, I don't even think I'll probably be too small. But about 25 pounds to 30.
So pounds. when you did the saran wrap, did you already lose the weight or no?
I already lost the weight.
Okay. So you're going back to saran wrap, Jasmine.
Man. Okay. But a different mentality, a different attitude, a different and spiritual mindset. Okay. When I'm going into that.
Okay. Now, if I could be a fly on the wall,
I ain't going back.
When you do that photo shoot, if I could be a fly on the wall, you feel me? I don't think you should do saran wrap. Maybe you should do some aluminum foil.
Why? And that's crazy that you said that, because that was my next one. That was the idea that I had even recently, and even to cautious tape. That man. So yeah. You
gonna be, let's say, making a lot of men restless. But on that note, you guys, we're gonna take a quick little break, then we'll be right back, man.
Yeah.
Justice, I assure you, will be served.
You want to restore the community, you have to restore order and instill fear in the people.
Me and you both know how this ends.
Yeah, we damn sure do know how it ends. It ends here. Because if we don't protect our people and land, who else will? Because it damn sure ain't the church.
Niggas are anymore out here like me.
That's what they want us to believe. And we're not born monsters. Circumstances, poverty, and pain turns us into that monster.
So, Ejima, tell us about your experience.
My experience here is wonderful.
Cut.
You came right in and nailed it. You're amazing. They're amazing. Are those real?
You know I'm gonna give their ass a piece of my mind as soon as I go in there. Ashe, queen, ashe.
Hi, I'm Ejima. You must be Lil Dick, huh?
Remember Consuela? Who? Foreign state student who stayed with me for like 4 years.
He asked me to dance. I said no. He said yes. I said no. He said yes.
I have an audition tomorrow, and I was hoping you can possibly help me go over my lines.
Still smoking now?
No, this ain't for me. It's for my friend. You remember Courtney from school?
Everybody call me Mister, but you can call me Man.
Man?
Yeah, last name Bingo.
I don't know about y'all, but I love my city. I wouldn't leave it for nothing in the world. And I'm still the same old Ujima. I gotta get my shit together and together fast.
We are back. Patio PolitiCz. Jasmine Denise.
Yes, I'm in the house.
J5TH. We live, man. We back, man. I was taken aback, man, thinking about the Saran wrap and all the
You like my Saran wrap?
Can you send me that? Because when we listen, just hear me. Okay. Just hear me. When we post that this interview is going live, we need to show that picture.
Okay.
We need to get all the perverts. We need to get all the men to
all the fellas.
Yeah,
for sure. I'll definitely send that.
But you highlighted a lot of dope things just pertaining to breaking generational curses and saying certain things, because I believe, like, I'm not even gonna say plus size, man. What is plus size when we speak about it? What is fat? Mm-hmm. What is thick? What is these worldly definitions we give people that they embody? You feel what I'm saying? So we're not even gonna say that. But for women that are subconscious about their size, we want to encourage them strongly, like what you were saying. Mm-hmm. You don't have to eat like a bird. You still can be a Greedo, but just do it in moderation. You still can eat your fucking potato chips. Just do it in moderation, baby. You feel me? And that's the thing we need to teach, because I think us as African Americans, as blacks, you feel me?
I feel you, black.
As niggers, we lack moderation, because we tend, because of our trauma, we tend to take the things that we've been through and dealt with and overindulge in shit that we don't need to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even in doubt, in fear, whatever it is, we overindulge in it. When it's time for the turn up, we go all out. We don't need to
overboard.
Instead of doing things in moderation.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Now, do you fast? Yes or no?
Yes, I do.
And why do you fast? Because it's people out there say, oh, here we go with this. Explain why you fast and everything. Like,
so
the benefits of it too.
The benefits of fasting is spiritual.
Well, why you fast first?
I fast for the spiritual breakthrough. Mm-hmm. I fast for discipline. Mm-hmm. And I truly believe that sacrificing to the Most High is something that, is showing your dedication and your love for Him, that you're willing to sacrifice for Him like He did for you. So I fast for that reason too. So I fast for others. Mm-hmm. Interceding for their breakthrough, their deliverance, and things like that. So, fasting is a beautiful thing too. And fasting, you get a lot of clarity. Mm-hmm. Like you feel free.
Now, if I was asking, if I'm a person, because I had these first questions when I would see things of that nature regarding the Daniel fast.
Yeah, I know. I used to do that.
Yeah. I would see things like that and I'd be like, man, what's the benefit? So if somebody's listening now and they hear you talking about why you fast and they ask you, man, okay, well, what's the benefits of fasting? Mm-hmm. You say don't eat white bread. Okay, what's the benefit? Like, what are the benefits of fasting? And does it really work? So what are the benefits, and then does it work?
The benefits of fasting is that you will, whatever you're praying for and that you're fasting on, you will receive a breakthrough. You don't know if it's going to be as fast as you want it to be, but you will receive a breakthrough in any shape, form, spiritual, mental, physical. You're going to receive a breakthrough, And what was the next question?
Like, does it really work?
Hell fucking yeah.
Okay, so listen though, but let me play the devil's advocate.
Okay.
If I'm saying, all right, man, I want a fucking $1 million. Mm-hmm. I hear her saying this on the podcast. Let me fast for a month. Mm-hmm. Now, after how many days you have to?
It all depends on the type of individual you are. I fast for 30 days. Mm-hmm. I fast for 20 days.
Now, for the listeners out there, it takes 21 days to make and break a habit. Mm-hmm, so for those that don't know, it takes 21 days. So when you see 21-day fast, 21-day hike, 21-day this, is because that's the, it's doctrine that those are the days that it takes to make or break a habit, for those that are asking. So you can, without going to see facilities, you can kill and destroy addictions through the 21-day, whatever you may stop doing. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that 21 days is gonna be easy, because it's not.
It ain't.
It's gonna be hard as fuck. But you can, if you fight through it, you will break whatever addiction that you are carrying. So so again, if I'm like, I want $1 million, I'm gonna do this 21 day fast. On day 22, when I wake up at 12 a.m., is that $1 million gonna be in my bank account?
So I'm gonna say this. When fasting, first you need to know what you're fasting for, what you're fasting about. You don't go in fasting with the intention on receiving.
There it is.
When you go with the intentions on, I'm gonna receive this, then you're going into it with nothing.
So is it? So
you have to be willing to
waste.
It's gonna be a waste of your time, because if you're going in there with that mindset, you have to be willing to sacrifice something. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm a fast so I can get this." No, because you whatever you want, you need to speak it to the universe.
Yes.
You have to speak it in existence, but you have to truly believe that. That's just like me saying, like, I want to be a millionaire. Hell yeah, I do want to be a millionaire. I gotta believe that. I gotta walk in being a millionaire.
But don't fast because of that.
But don't fast because you want your millions right then and there.
So do you believe fasting, the purpose of it is to be able to be of service to others?
Absolutely.
You giving them? Okay.
I believe that too, because a lot of people, when they think fasting, they're only fasting for their self. I don't fast for myself. When I do fast, I'm interceding for others. I'm interceding for another person's addiction, their problems, their battles, and stuff like that. So when you go into it like that, that's when the blessings is gonna fall.
Real talk.
You know, don't go into it with any expectations of, oh, I'm gonna receive this. No, truly believe in your heart that the sacrifice that you're making, you truly believe that a breakthrough is going to take place. A lot of people think, oh, I'm a fast because, oh, my breakthrough means financially. No, your breakthrough can mean your cousin getting out of jail, your daddy getting out of jail, you mending a relationship with your mother or your father. That could be your breakthrough right there. Because at the end of the day, the Most High knows our hearts. He knows the issues. He knows what battles we have. You know, so like you said, with the 21 days, that 21 days do work, because you can receive a breakthrough before the 21 days.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, Elder.
Like
Elder Jasmine. Jasmine Denise, and I like to tell people too, man, you have to be able to change the within in order to change the without. A lot of people don't get that. That's gonna go over a lot of y'all head. But if y'all stay tuned in and press replay and rewind and shit, keep listening and pray and meditate on it, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. So
most definitely.
Yes. Super.
Replay this.
Okay, so acting wise, right? Let's get to the juice, man. Let's get to the juice. We're gonna talk about Ujima Village, or whatever the case may be, because we know you won an award for that.
Yes.
Or whatever. Was that your first award winning in acting?
No.
Okay, what else? So, okay, let's talk about your first role. I know you said you did a stage play, but let's talk about when I actually got on set. Boom mics,
film.
Where I had a role script and it wasn't like theater, because theater is a live audience. You fuck up, you got to keep going.
Okay.
Film is different.
Film is completely different from theater. You
know? Team film.
Yes, I love film. I ain't gonna lie, I love film. But I started off in the stage play, but I love film. So after the stage play, I signed up with like LA Casting, and from there,
shout out to LA Casting.
Yes. They used to give me a lot of roles. So it was some short that I had did, and that was the first time where I actually like had like a script, and I was actually playing a mother. You know, I know people like, she was playing a mother. Yes, I like made my hair a certain way, and then the way I dressed and everything. So I did that, and I did like sorority sisters, and my first award in film was at the Ryda for Life Filmz gala, actually for Course of the Just for Best Dramatic.
Okay. So shout out to weak ass Ryda for Life.
So that was my very first award, but
we talking about outside of
Ryda for Life. Oh yeah, I did sorority sisters, and a recent project too. I did Trading Souls, and it's It's a few more projects that I did outside of that. Yeah. Yeah, and it's some more films that I did.
And you do
outside of that.
You do behind the scenes as well, meaning the producing, production management, everything.
Talent, makeup, hairstylist. I'm
asshole,
AD, assistant director.
Now,
PA. I'm everything.
Now, but I'm saying. Now, a lot of people don't have that French benefit to go from behind the scenes. And you conducted auditions as well, too, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. That you really have the insights on what it takes to land a role. You got the cheat code pretty much.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Know your shit.
But going into that, though, going into auditions for yourself when you ain't dealing with Ryda for life, do you still have like jitters and be nervous about auditions, or is it like, nah, I know what's going down, let me go and kill this shit, let me just do what I do?
I still get jitters. I still get nervous.
Now why? Let me ask you why.
It's just still that acting feeling, being an actress and just knowing that you going to audition for a role. It's just a feeling I don't think that'll probably ever go away. It's like, just because I'm nervous don't mean I'm gonna kill it, but just know I am nervous, you know.
Yeah. Now, what is the greatest role that you've played yet?
My greatest role that I played? I wouldn't even say I played my greatest role yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the most challenging role then yet that you feel that you may have portrayed or played?
My most challenging role, I would say Ujima was challenging for me because stepping outside of the back end on like the producing and all that stuff, and then having to really act on stage. And then not worry about the technical stuff. That was definitely hard for me. I wasn't able to really give my everything like I should have, you know. So I feel like that was my most difficult one because I'm worried about how this look, make sure nothing's I'm so focused on being
stuff you ain't got no business for.
Exactly. So that was my most difficult role that I wish I would have gave like 100% with fully.
Now that's the project you won an award.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So do you ever sit back and be like, damn, like, do you ever think like, what if I gave 100? Imagine that, or like.
Oh yeah, I always think about that, and I think too when I do think as far as like having that, giving 100%, I'm like, okay, I could have had more awards. I could have won Best Actress on multiple platforms and things like that, you know. So I know next time it's a lesson learned to, when I'm acting, just act, not focus on anything else or nobody else's job but mine's.
Okay.
Is being an actress.
Now this acting in LA, man. LA is very big, but it's very small.
Yeah.
The acting community is very large, but it's very small once you start getting to mingle and mixing with certain crowds and cliques of people and all that. You know, LA has their own Black Hollywood of people that's not from LA. You know what I'm saying? But do you look at it, because you play volleyball, so I'm saying in volleyball that's a competitive sport.
Yeah.
Do you look at the acting too competitive? Like, man, like, nah, you know, I know this person auditioning, but nah, I gotta chop their head.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I would think like the last role that I probably auditioned for, I went with that mentality, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give it. And you talking about me just getting the script that day while I was there, so it's like, yeah.
Now I know you mentioned in saying that you said that you want to lose 30 more pounds to go back to Saran Wrap Jazz.
Not go back. I'm moving forward, but
all right, forward Saran Wrap.
Yeah, forward.
So it's not gonna be Saran Wrap. It's gonna be something else.
Nah. It might be duct tape. That's my next one. So you know, it's
so we going back forward. Duct tape jazz. Okay, duct tape jazz. Okay, so you're not coming back. You coming back like Jordan when he had the 45? I know you seen Space Jam.
Yes.
You know, that's when he came back after that movie, 45. Yeah. So I'm saying that to say, to people that are not the size they want to be, I know a lot of people will tap out and say, I don't want to do no auditions. I don't want to do nothing until I get to that weight. Or is this stopping you from going to audition? Or you like, nah, F that, I'm still... Nah, I gotta get it.
No, I'm gonna still go audition. In the meantime, I'm still
working on
losing the weight, but I'm gonna still go audition.
So what would you tell the individual that's like, I'm gonna wait till you get what I'm saying?
Don't wait, because that could be opportunity that you missed. Keep going and keep going to auditions, because you might be just the perfect fit
for it.
For it. You can still lose the weight, or you can still, grind to it, but don't miss your opportunity, because I know you want to focus on yourself, and you subconscious about this, because I still be having that here and there.
Devil games though.
Yeah,
because
walk with that confidence.
Because nobody knows your flaws until you reveal them.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Only you.
Yeah, only you. So, but if you reveal them, now the world knows it.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
people at the audition knows it. You get what I'm saying? So, what else does Jasmine Denise have planned acting wise?
Acting wise, I am doing a supporting role next March for a feature film, and then pre-production for a 70s film. So that's what I have on so far.
So you say the 70s film, and you were born, you said 91.
Yes.
How are you gonna be able to tap back
into
2 generations from where you were born? Because even though you was born in 91, you look at 2001, you was 10 years old.
Yeah.
So you missed a lot of, you was little during a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You talking about the early 2000s when you start really saying,
absolutely.
Yeah, okay, you paying attention to the world and your society and everything.
That's gonna require a lot of studying. I'm gonna have to really work my ass off for that role to tap into the 70s. That's something that you don't want to play with. So I know I'm gonna have to really dedicate my time and talent and everything into that, like my heart and soul into that. So I'm willing to put in the work for that.
Okay. And I always like to end a note with like a final thought. If you are familiar with Jerry Springer's show, after all the fighting, all the weed pulling, all the chair throwing, he always had his final thought where he gave, just some jewels of wisdom. And it's like, damn, you watch all the chaos and all that. Yeah. And he be like, man, here's white ass go with this final thought, man. The show is over. But no, what is your final thought to young sisters that are out there aspiring to be that, especially, and I emphasize especially coming from our area, our sections, because like I said, there's a lot of people that work for the pharmaceutical, the doctors that are super talented, that could have been the next Angela Bassett, Viola Davis, but they choose to follow that path, a path to basically survive, opposed to be alive. So what would you tell them to encourage them to nah, man, for this up and coming generation?
I would say to first love yourself unconditionally. I would say truly believe in yourself and step out on faith.
Yeah.
I know oftentimes we can get discouraged with that, but keep pushing, keep striving, don't give up. Listen to yourself, block out the noise, and focus on the task at hand, and encourage yourself daily. Write affirmations down that's going to keep you motivated every morning. Say them before you go to sleep and when you wake up in the morning. Stay away from the negativity. Surround yourself by people who are goal oriented, are dream driven, that has the same goals and are passion or desires that are spiritually grounded.
Yes.
Surround yourself by people that are spiritually grounded and have the spirit of discernment. And keep pressing forward, because you can do it. You are amazing, and you have to know that you are amazing.
All right, yeah. As the overly woke would say, Ashe, queen. You feel me? But nah, that's real spill, man. And if anybody out there listening want to follow Jasmine Denise and see her saran wrap pictures, where can they come visit you?
At I am Jasmine Denise.
I was asking for the address. But go ahead. You get us. So you get us.
Nah, can't have my address. You get what I'm saying? But yes, go follow me on social media at I am Jasmine Denise, and on Facebook at I am Jasmine Denise, y'all.
Okay, and do you follow back? Because you got people.
I do follow back. But if you only gonna like my picture, if you only gonna follow me just to look at my pictures and not like it, I'm not gonna follow you back. But I do follow back. If you come to be nosy, then this ain't the page for you. Go follow Extremely Gifted.
For sure, y'all, man. Ujima's out there on YouTube right now. Season 1 and Season 2, Trading Souls, is coming soon. You know what I'm saying? We gonna wait for Jazz to come back. You say how many pounds you gotta lose?
I gotta lose 30 pounds.
All right, we might do an exclusive, man, when she's doing that duct tape shoot and all that, man. But Patio PolitiCz, Jasmine Denise, the incredible man, and it's your man J5TH, man, and we signing off.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
We hope you stay a while, cause it's Ryda for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like.